It was a great game for us tonight. I think Harvard is a really good team. They're an experienced team. They're a tough team, led by Carrie Moore, our old assistant, who's a Michigan native. So she had a large crew in the house tonight, and I'm just proud of the job that she's done with their program. I thought that we were really able to speed them up early in the game and be disruptive and force a ton of turnovers, which allowed us to get an early lead. And just happy with the way that we played tonight against a really solid team.
Questions for Liv and Kendall?
Yeah, Liv. So, what's your thoughts on your scoring efficiency and ability to play well in foul trouble? And how does your approach kind of change when you're in that position in foul trouble?
Yeah, I think on the scoring efficiency, I think it's just a credit to my teammates for kind of getting me in the right spots. And I mean, the scoring is so spread out, like on the team. You can see that anyone can step up on any given day. And so that just shows the versatility of our team and how we can use people and how a team's defending us one day. It'll put me in a good position. One day it'll put Kendall in a good position. One day it'll put Mila, Sila. Like, we have so many weapons. Foul troubles, I need to stay out of foul trouble. But I think, staying out the second quarter, I was just able to refocus my mind and go into the second half ready to go.
Kendall, congrats on your debut game. Thank you. How are you feeling physically and mentally now joining the court?
I feel really good. I think that having my teammates and my coaches beside me, like cheering me on and taking the advantage of every time I get on the court and off the court has been really good. But altogether, I feel really good. I'm happy to be here. Just my relationship with KBA and my teammates has been really good.
Olivia, can you talk a little bit just on your ability to capitalize on those opponent turnovers today, and like the importance for the team as a whole to do so?
Yeah, I think just getting up and pressuring. When Brooke comes in, we were able to get up and get turnovers from them, and I think she just brings a great energy, and we're all able to kind of feed off that. And so getting easy points in transition is good for us. And so, yeah, we just need to keep up the energy throughout, not just the first quarter. We need to bring it over through the whole game.
For either of you, could you touch on the defense today and how you kind of made quick adjustments following like Harvard's intensity?
Well, I think for us, our main thing was box outs and knowing what to do on screens. And I think this team is super intelligent, and we know, like, okay, one thing happened, but the next play, we can't let that happen again. So I think for us, it was just like, let's know what we're doing on screens, and then making an effort to box out with something big that we, tried to do out throughout the game.
Yeah, Olivia. So, first quarter was the largest scoring margin. I think it was 24-8. How are you guys, like the starting group, able to kind of build that momentum?
Yeah, we just talk about throwing the first punch and not letting them get comfortable, and so I think we did a good job of that. But again, we just need to carry that over throughout the rest of the game. But that first quarter gave us a good lead to kind of get up in pressure, and if they got transition points, like, we had a little cushion to gamble a little, even though Coach doesn't love that, but it helped us.
Just want to hear your thoughts on the spark that Sierra gave at the end of the second quarter.
She was awesome. I think she gave us a spark in our last game as well. She's a kid that's coming off of an ACL surgery, so really is just getting herself back in shape. But she made instant impact on our team. I thought she was just amazing, and I think, that just gives me confidence as a coach to give her some more minutes. She has tremendous IQ. She is a communicator, and she just brought a really great presence.
Yeah, I guess kind of building off of that, looking at the other freshmen, how was it kind of just to be able to continue to give all of them minutes, especially at the end there when they were all three of them were on the court together?
Yeah, I said it to Mila, who was sitting next to me last game. I said, I love our freshmen, and she said, I love them too. I just think their energy, their coachability, they look you in the eye, they listen to what you say, they want to do what you ask of them to do, they play incredibly hard. They're just like Michigan women, and they just bring great energy to our team. And it's hard to be a freshman. It's hard to contribute as a freshman. And the three of them are very different, but they each bring something incredibly special to our team.
Yeah. Could you talk a little bit, I guess, holistically about your team's ability to recapture that scoring momentum, like at the end of the first quarter, second quarter, end of the game?
Yeah, I think that's something that we're doing really well right now. I think we can go deep into our bench, and I think we have multiple people that can make plays. So, a lot of people are asking, like, why are you pressing this year, or what's the difference between this year and last year? And I think we just are deeper, and we have the opportunity and the versatility to go deeper into our bench and bring people in that can really impact and change the game. And, I think we see that every night with Brooke Daniels, but, Kendall came in and is able to make an impact. And, we just are able, Tayala comes in and she's able to make an impact. And Kenzie comes in and she's able to make an impact. Sierra came in and she was able to make an impact. So I think when you can go that deep to your bench, especially when, like, Ashley got in foul trouble early in the first quarter, she picked up 2. She didn't play in the second quarter. When you can go deep in your bench and not lose that, I think it really helps. So I was happy that we were able to do that tonight.
I was going to ask if you as well had any comments on the defense, kind of given Harvard's immediate intensity.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing. It changed the dynamic of the game. We really made them uncomfortable. We sped them up. They did it to us later in the game, but we sped them up at the start. And I think when you could come out and really do that to a team, you punch first and you set the tone and you establish yourself. So I think our defense shook them from the beginning, and it took them a minute to settle. They settled in the second quarter, but we had a pretty good lead at that point.
Yeah, and I guess on that kind of intensity from your defense, can you talk a little bit about Brooke's ability today, both as like a defensive presence and as a facilitator?
Yeah, she's been awesome. She's been awesome all year. She's obviously playing like one of our best players right now, the way that she's affecting the game in so many ways. She affects it obviously incredibly on the defensive end, but today she was a facilitator. She led us with 5 assists. She only had 1 turnover. Her decision-making and her confidence is just improving with each practice and with each game, and she's a senior. She's experienced. She is leading the charge for us right now.
Just one more for me. Can you talk about just balanced scoring attack and kind of how that unselfishness and trust in kind of distributing the ball all around?
Yeah, I think that's a strength of our team too, and I think we were able to see that last year when we had our freshmen and Mila, Sila, and Liv when they were freshmen last year. Just the way that they share the basketball. Sometimes I have to remind Sila to shoot because she passes on so many things, but they're all so unselfish. And I think when you have great players, McDonald's All-Americans, all-conference players that are willing to share the basketball, it sets a tremendous example for everyone else. And I think that is certainly a strength of our team.
Really love.
Thank you. One more question. This is kind of more broad. How do you feel about the pace and the speed, especially moving through the half court? Michigan, I think, is a very, very quick team in those possessions. So do you think that is beneficial? Is that something you're working on slowing down? Kind of just your general thoughts.
Yeah, I think we, I use this old saying, we want to play fast but not in a hurry. So we really want to push the pace. We really want to do that. But I think today we got in a hurry a little bit. And I think that's what caused some of our turnovers. We were trying to get those paint touches, but then we were getting called for charges, then we were traveling with the ball, then we were getting the ball deflected and not making great decisions. So I think for me as a coach, that's when you go back and you reflect and you watch some film and you say, okay, this week we got to really, we tried to do it last week, but maybe make it a little bit more game-like so they can face what they face. And, okay, if this happens to us, what's our next decision? Because we want to play fast, but not to turn the ball over. So we want to play fast, but not in a hurry.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.